live. What's going on, everyone? Thank you all so much for tuning in at this time. Everybody that's here, greatly appreciate it. Anybody watching the replay, thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Man, dude, I don't know why the Lakers can't just win games, right? I literally thought I was gonna come on here. We're gonna have a great live stream. I was gonna be like, see, this is why you play Jerry Vanderbilt, this and that, and I was gonna talk all kinds of mess and talk about how the Lakers just bullied the Phoenix Suns and dominated that game, ended up smacking Phoenix in Phoenix, and Jared Vanderbilt and Jake LaRavia and Marcus Smart and all these guys. I thought we were going to get I thought this was going to be a very different live stream. And then I watched the Lakers. If it wasn't for Dylan Brooks, and even then, the Lakers still tried to smoke it. If it wasn't for Dylan Brooks basically caring more about him and LeBron's rivalry rather than winning the game, Lakers might have lost that game, right? It's like, God, can we just win a normal game? Can we just start to finish, get things done? You had such a great positive, right? Again, I thought I was going to come on here. We were going to be jumping for joy. We were going to be talking oh my God, this, that, the other. Look at what, Vando and everybody. It's just man, it's so frustrating sometimes being a Laker fan because it's just can we just get a normal win? Can we just get a normal game? Right? I get, you have the 20-point lead. You want to get your starters back in. I get all of that, right? But it's that group was killing it. And I'm not saying you had to play them the whole quarter just because, again, guys need rest. You can't play them the whole game, right? But I would have stuck with them a little longer, right? I get you want to kind of come in, put the game away type thing, but let Luka get rest, let guys get rest, right? You should have just kind of kept go. Again, I'm not saying you had to play them the whole fourth quarter, but just a little longer, couple more minutes, play them to the 6-minute mark or something, 5-minute mark, whenever they took them out, right? And then make that adjustment. And by that point, you're probably up 25, the game's over, and you're just kind of, doing your due diligence or whatever. Or maybe you're packing it in. And then if Luka doesn't have to play the fourth quarter, great. He doesn't have to play the fourth quarter, right? It's just, it's those little things that's ride the momentum, ride the hot hand. You had Jake LaRavia and Jared Vanderbilt and guys just killing it, right? Let them kill it, right? We've talked on numerous occasions. What does Jared Vanderbilt, Marcus Smart, and Jake LaRavia look like defensively? They look like the best defensive team in basketball. That's what it looks like. I mean, those guys were killing it. Leave Jackson Hayes in the game. If DeAndre Ayton, he had 20 and 12. That's a great game. And if he does that in 3 quarters, he does it in 3 quarters, right? I get it's easy to go hey, let's bring the starters in, let's bring the guys in, but it's just come on, man. It was just this. I had a completely different live stream planned out in my head, and then the Lakers went and nearly botched this. I'll take the win, right? But this wasn't a good win. This wasn't a good win. There's some good takeaways, in my opinion, right? There were some really good takeaways, in my opinion, but as far as this was a bad win, right? I've talked about in the past. There's good losses. Obviously, no loss is a good, it's a good thing, but there are losses that you're okay, these are really good takeaways, just kind of whatever, right? There's losses that you can really gain things from, but there's wins that just aren't good wins as well. And I get, again, same thing you could say, every win's a good win, because again, I've said it, whether you win by 1 or you win by 20, right? It doesn't matter as long as you win, but it's just, man, it's come on, man. It just, I'm glad on a bright note, right? Because I don't want this all to be doom and gloom. The Lakers won the game. On the bright note, Jared Vanderbilt, validated what we've all been saying, right? I've made videos about dude, we need to play Jared Vanderbilt. Many of you, if not all of you, have been talking about how, hey, we need to play Jared Vanderbilt. We got Jared Vanderbilt, and he did every bit we could hope for and then some. Jared Vanderbilt played 15 minutes. He was 2 of 5 from the floor, 1 of 2 from 3. He actually hit a 3, which was amazing. Which, again, I don't care about his offense. The guy gave you 7 rebounds, including 6 offensive rebounds. 6 offensive rebounds. Had 2 steals, a block, several deflections, right? He had a couple, deterrents at the rim. Like, the guy did everything you could ask for and then some. It was everything you wanted to see, right? Like, it's just, again, play Jared Vanderbilt. Jake LaRavia, defensively, I've talked about it. His offense can kind of be a little, wishy-washy at times. He needs to do a better job of finishing around the rim, but he's young. Again, he's 23 years old. Like he'll get there. But again, defensively, he's so great. He's so impactful. Right? We obviously need trades. We need athleticism. We need things. But I talked about it. I made videos about it today. We have guys that you can go to. We have players that you can go to. We have guys, like I said, Jared Vanderbilt, Adu Thero, Jake LaRavia playing defensively. And I did, to JJ's credit, I did like the lineups better because I've talked about find the balance, right? Like I get we have a lot of one-dimensional guys. You have a lot of defensive guys and you have a lot of offensive guys, but you can find balance in those units, right? Like you saw LeBron with Marcus Smart and Jared Vanderbilt and Jake LaRavia and Rui Hachimura or Jackson Hayes, right? Like, and again, you can find that Luka Doncic with those guys. You can find balance and proper lineups with those players and still get them run. It's not like you have to play a bunch of non-defense or a bunch of non-offensive guys. Find that balance. Lakers aren't this like lights out 3-point shooting team anyway. Right? I mean, it's not like the Lakers are a great team, but this game was a great example of something that I've talked about, right? Defense, you can always inject offense. Right? I talk about it all the time. It's easy to inject offense. But when your offense isn't cooking, which the Lakers' offense wasn't great today, your defense can at least keep it within range or extend leads where you can score just enough to where you're able to kind of offset the lack of scoring, right? You look at the Lakers shooting. They shot 18% from three-point range, 19%, 18.9, right? So they shot from the field in total 43%, right? Suns shot 48.8% and then 35% from three-point range, right? So they shot the ball much better than we did. But again, the athleticism that I've talked about heavily, the defense that I've talked about heavily, right? Those things. That's why I've said I think, and I would if I could, but they're not going to do that. Luka Doncic, Marcus Smart, Jared Vanderbilt, LeBron James, and DeAndre Ayton should be the starting five. Let Luka do his thing. LeBron James still there, and he can do his thing. You got DeAndre Ayton who can go get you 20 a night, right? You have enough offense, right? Marcus Smart can knock down shots just enough to kind of keep teams honest. Jared Vanderbilt's going to go get you second chance opportunities and create turnovers and do all these things. It's why I keep saying that I want to see that unit, right? But they're not going to bench Austin Reaves. So you have to go with Marcus Smart. When Reaves comes back, keep Marcus Smart in the lineup or Jared Vanderbilt, either or. If you want to bring Marcus Smart off the bench, bring Marcus Smart off the bench. But Jared Vanderbilt needs to start or Marcus Smart. One of those two. Those are your defensive anchors. Marcus Smart is out there communicating. He had two kind of dump truck moments towards the end of the game where I was like, dude, what are you doing? Right? But overall, he was fantastic that game, right? And communicating on the defensive side, keeping guys in order, right? Like having guys switch and calling out things and stuff like that. Like that's what you want to see. And Marcus Smart, you need his defense, you need his communication, you need those things. But Lakers, can we start winning some games here, with some some conviction, right? Like it was so frustrating to watch the Lakers nearly blow that game. I get Phoenix is probably going to make a push or something like that, but still, like to let them come all the way back and take the lead. Like I said, if it wasn't for Dillon Brooks caring more about LeBron James and his feud, right? Like you can always trust Dillon Brooks to just ruin a game for you. He did it in Memphis, right? For whatever reason, he has to prove something to LeBron. It's like he needs to prove, like, mine's bigger, and it screws him every time. Dillon Brooks lost them that game. In every stretch of the way. Yeah, he hit the big shot and stuff like that. And he hit some big shots, stuff like that. But again, his emotions can't control. I like Dillon Brooks a lot. Right? I think he brings, he's a winning player, he brings toughness, he brings a lot, but that guy needs to get out of his own head when it comes to LeBron James. For whatever the reason is, right? Like, and I'm thankful for it because Lakers won because of it. But man, Dylan Brooks just can't stay out of his own way when it comes to LeBron. It's crazy, but I'm hopefully this is kind of the beginning stages of that new rotation JJ Redick talked about. JJ said he wanted to change up the rotation stuff. I don't ever want to see Jared Vanderbilt having a DNP again, right? I don't want to see any of this stuff. But anyway, let's get into all the super chat questions, all the regular chat questions, all that stuff. I just, like I said, I thought we were gonna have a very different live stream. I thought it was gonna come on. We're gonna be talking a bunch of mess, and it just became a mess. But anyway, let's jump into it. Cosman, coming out $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Vando's back, baby. This game took years off my life. Seriously, I said it when we put that game on. Like it's just, I thought we were gonna have a very different live stream. I thought we were gonna have, talk. It was gonna be like, oh, Lakers dominated, and blah blah, and then it just became a mess at the end. It was just like we squeaked it out, man. Lakers avoided disaster, but it's just. Can we get some can we get some normal wins? Can we get some just good wins? Can we get some just hey, this was a great win, start to finish, took control and just dominated the rest of the way. Like that's what I wanted to see. But anyway, let's get into again, appreciate you, Cosmo. Let's get into the regular chat until some more super chats trickle in. Also, real quick, I don't think I mentioned, hit that like button for me, hit that subscribe button for me, and let's get into it. So, what is Marcus Smart doing? Yeah, like I said, he had two kind of just bonehead plays at the end. He thought he had a driving lane, right? And I don't know if he was trying to lob it up to Ayton or what, but it was just a bonehead play. Look, I've talked about this with Marcus Smart in the past. He makes decisions like that at times. Like, he's a guy, don't get me wrong, he's an excellent player. And I'm glad he's on the Lakers. And he was huge in this game. Huge. He was a huge, big part of why we won this game. But he is a guy that is known to just make a couple poor decisions in certain spots, right? So again, he's just gotta be better in that spot. He had that in a game not too long ago, remember? And he even said oh, I have to be better. I can't make that decision. I can't make that choice again or that decision again, right? I think he turned the ball over, whatever it was. I don't remember, but. It's just oh, come on, man. Why did LeBron take the tech free throws? I know it was a tech, but I believe it was on Dylan Brooks against that. I mean, you could have had maybe Luka was on the court. Maybe had Luka do it. I mean, LeBron, he was the one that kind of sold it and got it. My problem is LeBron James has never really been good in crunch time shooting free throws. Right? We've talked about it for years, right? Anthony Davis and LeBron James, you don't want taking free throws at the end of the game, for whatever reason. But, look, got the win. It should never even have came down to that. But Lake show or no show, we won the game, so can't say they no-showed, but it wasn't good. Ever since Jackson got his hair braided, he's been moving crazy. Dude, he had several monster dunks in this game. He's moving different for sure. Let's see. Austin Reaves is the only one I can trust at the free throw line. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Austin Reaves is clutch with the free throws. Luka Doncic is usually clutch in free throws. He can kind of miss some here and there, but historically, he's been good at free throw line in that spot. JJ had no control down the stretch. In what regard? Again, he only had 2 timeouts left, and they're on a really, you blow all your timeouts for that. You can only do so much, but guys just, again, they fell apart, right? Turning the ball over, doing stuff. What he's supposed to do, blow both his timeouts, they might have lost the game at that end. I don't know how much control, again, JJ's not playing the games, right? He can't control Marcus Smart running through the lane instead of killing clock, run into the lane, and then going and just throwing up some crazy wild shot and stuff. I don't know. I don't really blame JJ for that, but like I said, the one thing I blame JJ for is, and I get you want to get your starters in and have them close and all stuff. I get that, but again, when a team, most coaches do this, not a new. Because JJ's inexperienced. So that almost every coach in the league pretty much does this. But it drives me crazy, right? Because it's you had a team that just went on a 26-0 run in 7 minutes, right? Like, I get you don't want to play them the whole quarter. You want to get them some rest and stuff, but like, let them go until it, like if they go on like a little run, then you can pull the plug, right? But like, stick with it a little longer, right? Or at least stick with it, a couple more minutes. Then it's like, okay, there's 4 minutes left and we're up 25, right? Like, it's just that's like kind of the one thing I would have knocked, right? I don't know what a lot of coaches do that. It's like we have to get our starters back in. It's the 8-minute mark or whatever. It's like, no, you don't, right? Like, again, if Luka doesn't have to play the fourth quarter, great. He doesn't have to play the fourth quarter. If DeAndre Ayton has 20 and 12 through 3 quarters and he doesn't have to play anymore, great. He doesn't have to play anymore, right? Like, you don't have to play these guys. It's good to get these guys rest. Oh my gosh, Tyler, I was about to lose it. My voice is so bad right now after yelling so much. Thank goodness we won, man. What a collapse this would have been, bro, but I got it done. Yeah, it just, again, Lakers love to Lakers love it. Lakers love to just make things difficult, right? But we got the win. I'll take it. It's just not a great win. I swear to God, if JJ does this start Vando. I mean, again, I don't mind. Like, if they start Marcus Smart, fine. Right? If you go Luka, Austin Reaves, Marcus Smart, LeBron James, and DeAndre Ayton, fine. I'm okay with it. But if you start Rui again, right, over Vando or Marcus Smart, then it's just like, come on, man. They subbed out Vando and the lead melted. I mean, he didn't just sub. I mean, Vando, yes, definitely. But he subbed out Vando, Jake LaRavia, right? He subbed out the guys that got you there. Jackson Hayes, right? Like, leave those guys in. Why does it matter if they play another 5 more minutes and you extend the lead and now the game's over, right? Then put your garbage guys in. Put the, whatever, right? Like, it's just, let's see. JJ should have used the second timeout sooner. Like I said, he only had 2 left. Right, so like you burn through 1, it's just like now you have 1. Like, you wouldn't have had it to advance at that point later. Lakers did get bailed out though. I agree. Terrible win, yeah. Almost sold. That was close, yeah. That was not a fun win. A win is a win, but that win was terrible. Yeah, exactly. Again, there's good wins and bad wins, just like there's good losses and bad losses. This was a bad win, but I'll take the win. The Suns commentators were so annoying. Oh my God, the Suns were fouling so much. I think the refs were terrible, but the Suns were not doing themselves any favor. Yeah, I watched it on the Lakers broadcast, so I got Stu and everybody, but like, yeah, I've heard things about Suns broadcast. Vando needs to take Gabe's minutes for real. This team is buns. Why did Smart take that shot? I don't know why Smart took that shot. JJ has no excuse not to play Vando now. No one could shoot the 3. Yeah, I mean, guys couldn't score the basketball to save their lives. We went on entire runs where we couldn't score the basketball. But again, the defense, when you have good enough defense out there and you have the athleticism and hustle, I've talked about this, right? Like, just adding athleticism. Forget the 2-way play for a moment. Obviously, we need 2-way play. But just adding athleticism would do wonders for this team. Like, having a Dude Thero, Jared Vanderbilt out there, Jake LaRavia, I talked about Nick Smith Jr., like all these guys. Just having athleticism alone would solve so much. Because, again, you can go and win those 50-50 balls. You can go and chase down those loose balls. You can stay in front of guys and get after it defensively. And there's a lot that, like, I get scoring is important, right? You have to have balance. But you have a good enough offense and you have guys that are so good offensively that you can get away with things that other teams can't. Right? Like, most teams can't have 3 guys out there that can't shoot. Lakers always have 3 guys out there that can't shoot, right? Like, and they still win. And it's because you have guys like Luka and LeBron and Ayton and Reaves and these guys, right? So it's like, come on, man. Vando is a dog, man. Why has this man been sitting for so long? Your guess is as good as mine. Love Marcus, but that behind the back pass was that was the one that I was talking about. The behind the back pass, and then that, like, where he tried to do, I don't know if he was trying to lob it or throw up a floater or what, but yeah, this game should have been over a lot sooner, and it wasn't, and that was frustrating. But take the win. Again, I will say this, because I talked about this before, right? As far as, like, Gabe Vincent, right? I mean, there's no reason Vando shouldn't have been playing. But the reason Gabe Vincent might be playing, and even Maxi Kleber, we've seen, Maxi Kleber get minutes and stuff like that. Again, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, right? And, trades usually take weeks, right? Like the Luka trade took a month for that to actually happen. Dorian Finney-Smith, Lakers were active in trying to trade for him dating back to the offseason. So that took months for that to happen. The Utah trade, again, took 5 months for that to happen. Right? We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Right? Like, it's very possible that Rob Pelinka's like, hey, dude, JJ Redick could be. Again, I don't know. I'm just trying to give perspective on things because, again, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Right? It is very possible that JJ Redick's like, dude, I want to play Vando more. I want to play a Dude Thero. Right? He even talked about wanting to play a Dude Thero, find minutes for a Dude Thero and stuff like that in his thing. It's very possible Rob Pelinka's like, I'm in the middle of pulling something off. I need you to just stick with those guys. Right? Like, I know it's frustrating. Stick with those guys. Again, that's not an excuse not to play Vando, but it might be why we see so much of Gabe Vincent when we shouldn't. Like, he's been just a bad player for us. He just hasn't done it. He has his moments here and there, sure, but he hasn't been good enough to warrant him playing over Vando or Thero or guys like that, right? But again, I don't think it's a coincidence. And again, I could be wrong. I'll put my tinfoil hat on for a moment. I don't think it's a coincidence that the Lakers went from playing Vando consistently to him just not getting any minutes, Gabe Vincent playing more minutes than he ever had, and then Maxi Kleber starting to play a bunch of minutes. The two guys that you're most likely to trade and are shopping and looking to trade heavily, those two guys just randomly started getting a bunch of minutes over guys that are just better. Like, again, there's usually a reason for that. So, again, I don't know either way. I'm just trying to give perspective on maybe. Again, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Us as fans are just seeing it, surface level going like, what is going on, right? Like, and it's frustrating. That's why being a fan sucks sometimes. But Oreo, coming out $2 from chat. Thank you so much. Refs evened out BS calls between Braun and Brooks. Yeah, there was a lot. Like, the whistle this game, I didn't think was super great both ways, right? Like, I thought, Phoenix got some, like, bad call. Like, thing was that there was just, the game started on several occasions, even early, started kind of getting a little physical, getting out of hand, right? Like, the game got a little intense. So I get the refs were trying to keep control of it, trying to corral that game, it felt like. But just, like, some of the games, right? Like, you got Brooks, like, flop. Like, whatever happened to the flop rule? Right? Like, weren't we supposed to start, finding guys and, giving out technicals and stuff for guys doing that? Like, whatever happened to that? Like, the NBA just, was like, never mind. Like, but just in general, again, I felt like this was a game that, it did even out in a lot of ways. Both teams got a ton of free throws. Both teams, you had Lakers had, 43 free throws. There were 33 of 43. And then the Phoenix Suns had what? Had 25, right? So, again, you had a lot of free throws in this game. And I thought things kind of got out of hand. Again, Phoenix was being aggressive and, like I said, fouling pretty hard. But, again, it's one of those things. Like, I just thought it was terrible all around. Like, I didn't think that the refs were very good this game, period. Hopefully the league don't find me, but... But anyway, appreciate you. Thank you so much for Super Chat. One of the funniest Laker games ever. Love my Lakers. Yeah, man, this is one of the stressful games ever. Highly disappointed. We can't expect to be a contender if we can't hold a 20-point lead. However, I'll take the win. Yeah, again, it just like, but it's not like teams go up 20 all the time. Again, OKC was up 18 against the Spurs early on, and they came back and won the game, right? Like, it's one thing if it's early and teams have, like, the whole game. Like, you should be, like, teams lose 20-point leads all the time. We're up 20 with, like, 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And you blew it all in literally a 10-minute stretch. Like, that is where it becomes an issue, right? It's one thing if we're up 20 in the first quarter and Phoenix just isn't hitting shots, and you're like, Phoenix is going to start hitting at some point, right? Like, you see games like that. This This was just poor execution. Right? Lakers were trying to kill clock rather than just play. It drives me crazy. You see it all the time in sports. Football, basketball, all of this, right? Like where play the way that got you the lead. Right? Like I get you don't want to, let teams get in, but more often than not, you're killing the clock just to take a bad shot, right? Rather than just play your natural offense. I'm not saying you have to take a shot 4 seconds into the shot clock at the 20-second mark, but just play, right? Just play normal. You see this in every sport. Teams they'll get the lead and then they'll just try to sit on the lead, right? They're trying not to lose rather than playing to win. You have the lead, right? You have a little room for error, but again, you're going to have less error if you just hoop. Do the thing that was successful. Move the ball. Score the basketball. Play it. It's just, come on, man. Only good thing about this game is Vanderbilt Ayton hustled on the defensive end. Yeah, I mean, look, Marcus Smart, I thought deserved a lot of credit. Again, he was very vocal, really kind of set the tone defensively. But obviously, it's what did you do for me lately type thing. It's you had a great game and then 2 terrible sequences at the end. It's that's never good. But I thought this was a good game up until the 10-minute mark. Right? So 38 of the 48 minutes. The Lakers I thought had a great game. 14 turnovers between LeBron and Luka is unacceptable. Yeah, they got to take care of the basketball. LeBron had 5 literally in the first quarter. He ended up having 8 total, right? Luka ended up having 6. Got to take care. You can't have that many turnovers. LeBron cleaned it up, as the game progressed, but can't have 5 turnovers. Especially, to be fair though, Phoenix is number 1 in the league in generating turnovers. They just turn the ball over at an insane rate for teams. So, some of that might be a little inflated, but still, you can't have that. You just can't do that. Let's see. Nasty win. We were cooking until JJ took the defenders out. Yeah, like I said, I get you want to get your starters back in. I get, you don't want to play these guys the entire quarter, right? You want to get guys rest, stuff like that. But again, and I get it's a fine line, right? When's that moment to pull the plug type thing. But to me, it's it's like the guy that has the hot hand. Why do you start going away from him? Keep feeding it. If the pick and roll is working, just spam the pick and roll. You don't have to, don't reinvent the wheel. You don't have to try to, you see teams and coaches and all kinds of just outthink themselves. And it's dude, this is working. Well, don't fix what ain't broke. Stick with it, right? Is it me or is Luka back to being fat? No, Luka looks the same, stature-wise, looks the same to me. But he wasn't moving great today. I will say that. He didn't look as fluid as he usually does. Right? He seemed kind of stiff. Right? Almost like he was stuck in mud on occasion. Right? There was even a sequence where Grayson Allen just kind of walked by him. And it was Luka was trying to move. It's he got stuck or something. It was just, I don't know. He didn't move the way that he usually does. Right? He's usually a lot more fluid than what we saw. Obviously he didn't have a great shooting night. He was 7 of 25 from the field and 2 of 14 from 3. So I don't know. I don't know if it was just, maybe it's just a bad game. I don't know. JJ trying to choke the game by bringing back Rui and benching Vando. Tyler, JJ is the real problem here. Stop defending him. Come on, man. Okay, so then JJ, what? So then who? So JJ doesn't get any credit for building a 20-point lead. You can't have it both ways, right? Again, if you're going to criticize somebody and say that they're the sole reason, right? JJ Redick's the only reason that we almost choked this game. Then he's the sole reason we won the game, right? Because we won it, right? And again, he made the adjustments, he made the rotation, he called out, he did the things, right? Can't have it both ways, right? Again, people always want to blame one person. It's that guy, right? And it never is. Right? Again, coaches don't play the games. Right? Again, was JJ, absolved of issues this game? No. I would have kept guys in later and all that stuff. But again, like, you don't know. The starters could have win in the game and easily just blew the thing wide open. Or we could have gotten what we got. Right? Like, again, you don't know until you're in that moment. But you can't be like, oh, it's all JJ's fault. The Lakers choked that game. But then not give credit. So then Lakers won the game. So good job, JJ. What is it? Is it JJ's fault that we won? Or is it JJ's fault that, like, what is it? You can't have it both ways. You can't be like, oh, stop defending it. Like, what is there to defend? Like, again, players play the games. Refs want Suns to win. And we need Herb. We do need Herb. I just don't think Herb is very realistic, personally. Let's see. Thank you, Dylan Brooks, as well. Bro is so stupid. He cost his team the game. Brooks, man, bro, this game was not good for me, my health and voice. I get it. Like, I was dying, right? Like, it just... But, you can always count on Dylan. Again, whatever it is, for whatever reason, when it comes to LeBron, he just can't get out of his own way. He's his own worst enemy. It's like he just wants to prove something to LeBron. It's like, it's okay, kid. Like, what a weird game. This was a weird game. Yeah, definitely. That's a good way to put it. Let's see. Luka has such a low IQ when it comes to shot selection. Luka might be one of the most selfish. I mean, by metrics, he has the highest usage in NBA history. Deserves 20 minutes every night. No one has his effort. Yeah, I mean, bare minimum, you got to give him 15. Like I actually thought they did a good, start him in the second, start him in the fourth, kind of let things pick up, right? But definitely need to consistently play him. Trade Reaves, and you were right, Tyler. We need to start Vando and Smart. Again, I think that because Luka likes to get going early. Luka likes to cook early. Luka likes to take 20 shots in the first quarter. So let him, right? You let him anyway, right? So go with the defense. Go with the guys. So when Luka is killing and he's giving you 25 in the first quarter, probably blowing teams out. But when you're not, and Luka is struggling and he has an offensive night like tonight, you can still keep games close or even still extend the leads and get second chance opportunities and all that stuff, right? Let's see. Luka got to shoot the three better. He's shooting. Yeah, he absolutely does. He has not shot the three ball good at all this season. And look, I did a whole video on it. Luka and Austin Reaves are literally more than half your three-point attempts. And both guys, when I did the video, I don't know I haven't looked it up recently, but at the time, they were both shooting 31.1%. And they were responsible for 60% of the three-point attempts, right? So again, you when you're two, part of the reason the Lakers are struggling so bad from three is because the two guys that are taking the most threes are two of the worst this season at shooting the three, right? So he's got to do a better job of hitting the three, 1,000%. Luka's, if you're going to take that many, if you're going to take 14 threes, you gotta make them, right? If your shot isn't falling, then fine. You're Luka, get into the paint, create, pass the ball. He doesn't have to keep settling, right? There's games where he's, 7 of 8. Let him fly. If you're feeling it that night, let it fly. I was about to get mad if LeBron cost us the game with the missing some of those free throws. Yeah, dude, I was let's see. Brooks is shooting better from three this season. Yeah, he shoot 40%. JJ's the Lakers' big problem. I'd love to hear you break down what JJ's problems are. Luka was terrible. Yeah, he didn't have a great game. Let's see. Unironically, I would want Brooks on the Lakers and promise not to be with LeBron. I would too. I've said before on a live stream and in a video that Dylan Brooks might be the best option for what this team needs. As far as toughness, physicality, aggression. Like I said, outside of LeBron, the dude's great. I don't think he'd beef with LeBron. I think it's that rivalry. I mean, look at Lance Stevenson and LeBron play together, and Lance Stevenson used to tickle LeBron's ear and blow in his ear and blow him kisses and stuff. I don't know if I'd go that far. I mean, Luka's still putting up MVP numbers. J Van was a defensive menace. Bro was probably 1,000%. But he does that. Like that's the thing. Like he didn't do anything we haven't seen before. Luka's shot selection was horrible. I'm glad we have a break from this game. I need some time to regroup. But for real, when will we have a blowout win? I swear we haven't blown out anyone out in a while. No, it's just Lakers love to let teams back in it, and it's frustrating. This team has so much potential, but it's all hiding in the DMPs. Yeah, you're not wrong. The offense is horrible without AR. He gets others moving, unlike Luka chucking up shots. Vando looked like he did. It's a great comparison. He really did. Had a better offensive game than Gabe. Jared Vanderbilt has actually scored more points than Gabe in like half the minutes this season. Like that's why I'm saying it doesn't make any sense to play Gabe Vincent. I don't ever want to see Vanderbilt on the bench ever again. I was genuinely scared he'd never get an opportunity again. Definitely my favorite player from all these years. Yeah, he's been ridiculous, dude. The guy's literally everything this team needs. Everything this team needs. Vando is a GOAT defensively. Yeah. No, the refs didn't do it. Dylan Brooks did it. Dylan Brooks took that game away from the Sun. JJ looked. Hey, you're not wrong about that. 1,000%. Again, we all of us were screaming for it, and we did it, and he just went, see, look what happened. Lakers tried to get Peyton Watson. I mean, I wouldn't hate Peyton Watson. Size, length, athleticism. I just don't know what we have that Denver might want. Luka constantly settling for smothered contested shots. He refuses to make the simple pass, shaking my. I mean, when he's on the inside, fine. I don't like when he has guys draped all over him and he's chucking up threes and stuff. This has been a bad one. You're not wrong. This was stressful. Let's see. Dylan Brooks played too much jokes and paid the consequence. Also, Vando played goated today. Yeah, 1,000%. Again, he just can't stay out of his own way. Maxey is a waste of $11 million. Him and Connect absolutely have to get traded and do not contribute anything to this team. I mean, you took on Maxey. Like Gabe Vincent, I say that more for the Maxey. Maxey was the cost of doing business for Luka Doncic. I'll take Maxey all day. I would have taken 2 Maxies. But, yeah, you do need to trade. Thanks, Sam. We're going to EFX. JJ also hit a 3 from the corner. Vando, which was great. Dude, I was so hyped when he hit that 3. I was like, let's go. And then he almost hit the second one in a row. I was like, oh. Yeah, agreed. Gotta flip those 3 into something. Let's see. Luka didn't have a good game. Are you gonna trade him like you say, Austin? First off, I already embarrassed you in the comments. Why are you coming around for seconds? Like, come on. Again, sit this one out, right? I'm still waiting for that apology for being embarrassingly wrong. Hopefully JJ saw how valuable Vando is this time. I hope so too. I really do. Where's Vando been? I don't know. JJ Redick's doghouse. Let's see. Hey, does anyone know where Rui Hachimura is? Can't seem to find. Yeah, dude, the guy, he's not been shooting the ball very well. We don't need Rui in the starting lineup. Agreed. He needs to come off the bench. Like I've said, just starting Marcus Smart, you solve multiple issues. Like just starting Marcus Smart, right? Like because again, now you get that defense, that hustle, that grit, the dirty work, and all that stuff, and then now you get Rui's offensive production off the bench. Which, to be fair, the bench was actually really good today. JJ tried to sell this game for not playing J Van too close. Bro was geeking for that 100. I mean, again, like I said, I don't mind. Vando, you got to be careful with because we have seen if you play him too much, right, he starts getting hurt, worn down, things like that. Like, I didn't mind him going to the starters. I just thought he did it prematurely, right? Like, do it. Like, once you really have that extension, or just ride with him. You know, again, most coaches do that. Very rarely do you see a coach like with the bench blows a team out and they just stick with the bench. Usually at some point they get the starters back. Don't you ever DNB. Yeah, you're not wrong. Him ever getting JJ Facts. John Cena's last match in one of the craziest Laker games ever in the same weekend. Yeah, it's been a wild weekend. Wild, wild west. Trade idea Pacers, trade Andrew Nembhard, Benedict Mathurin, Aaron Nesmith, Obi Toppin, Tony Bradley. Lakers trade Austin Reaves, Rui Hachimura, Dalton Connect, Maxi Kleber, Jackson Hayes. I love it for the Lakers, like without a doubt. I hate it for the Pacers, right? Like Pacers might be worse. I get like you get Austin Reaves, and if he plays to this level, him and Tyrese Halliburton would be fantastic. But I think that'd be honestly like look, I think that's a steal for the Lakers. You get Andrew Nembhard and Aaron Nesmith. Like you could literally go Luka, Aaron Nesmith, LeBron James, and DeAndre Ayton. You might be the best team in basketball. And then you have Obi Toppin off the bench, Tony Bradley, Benedict Mathurin, saw your bench scoring. Like, man, you're basically flipping the Lakers scrubs and Austin Reaves to the Pacers for basically their entire starting core. I don't think the Pacers would do that, but I would pack everybody's bags and let's see. Exact reason why the Lakers trade AD or willing to at least. It's noontime in the Philippines and I cannot eat lunch. After this game, I don't blame you. This was a tough game, but shout out to the Philippines. Appreciate it. Let's see. We gotta stop meeting these teams, catch up, and Vandy needs more minutes. Great defense today. Yeah, gotta stop letting these teams get back in it. Gotta do a better job. JJ coaching was bad, up 20, took out LeBron and subbed him in at 240 mark. Yeah, but that's the normal cycle. Like LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reaves always have the same play cycle, right? And again, I didn't mind it. My problem was that I just thought you took everybody out prematurely. Even if you want to take out LeBron, I would have kept everyone else in. But that's why JJ took out LeBron. Because, again, that's LeBron's play cycle. He gets the rest there. And then, let's see. I love the way Vandy played. He is showing his worth. Yeah, 1,000%. He needs more playing time. Vando and Jake made big plays. Yeah, they were both great. I feel Vando and Smart should be inserted in the starting lineup. Rui and Reaves would help with the bench squad. I have been preaching this since the offseason. I'm right there with you, Anthony. The problem is I just don't think the Lakers are going to bench Austin Reaves. I don't. Even though I think that would probably be the best version of the Lakers. But I'd rather start Smart and have Vando come on and start the second quarter with AR and Braun. Yeah, it's fine. Like I said, do it either way. Luka and Braun played bad, but my God, Marcus Smart almost threw that game away. Yeah, you're not wrong. How do you pass an open layup? Again, being a little too unselfish. Right? Like but again, it's just those decision making. We could use a player like Brooks. I trade Vando, Gabe, Smart, Rui, all for Brooks if the money worked. I'm serious. I think you got to keep Vandy, but yeah, Brooks is very good. He just can't help himself when it comes to LeBron. Dylan Brooks is walking out for the EFX. I mean, he literally cost his team the game. They might have won that game if it wasn't for Smart had an open layup and passed it back to Phoenix. Trade him. Marcus Smart did a lot of it. Like Lakers are good with Marcus Smart, but that was a boneheaded play without a doubt. Grabbing a ref is insane. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Real talk. I was so shocked LeBron didn't get ejected. He kept grabbing the ref and pulling him back, and the refs tried to get out. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was shocked he didn't get a technical or thrown out. Like, dead ass. Like, I was like, Braun, please stop. Like, and then JJ's like trying to play. Everyone's trying to pull. I get he was frustrated. He wasn't like yelling, like, he wasn't trying to be aggressive with the ref, and the ref kept walking away. But it's like, dude, like, stop. Like, I was like, dude, that credit to that ref. That ref was hella patient because, man, there's refs in this league that would have just thrown his ass out. But yeah, anyway, I agree with you. That was wild. Tyler, if LeBron didn't make those free throws at the end, I would have had to renounce my fandom, but he usually clutched up and the line. He won us that game. versus Golden State a year back. Yeah, I mean, again, he's had moments where he's hit free throws, but more often than not, he's shaky at the free throw line, man. Cleaned it up after the first quarter, but bad game overall from him. I need more from Bron. Yeah, agreed. Let's see. Yo, straight up delusional. LeBron was horrible. So was Luka. I mean, pretty much everyone in the chat has has said as such. Yeah, he shot 12, 14 for 3. Ayton has been fantastic. Ayton was. I tried to tell folks. People told me I'm fanboy, all this other stuff. Game of the year. I don't know if this game of the year. This is a bad game by the Lakers. Like, let's see. If the flop rule exists, SGA would have lost at least $1 million. But yeah, you know, yeah, I don't know. Like they said that was going to be a thing, and now it's not anymore. That was pretty intense. I'm still trying to calm down after that. Game was ridiculous. Dylan really doesn't like LeBron, does he? This was the most physical game of the year. I mean, I will give you that. This was very physical. This kind of, in a lot of ways, felt like a playoff game. It was like watching Mission Impossible movie, and it just kept ramping up and up and up. Yeah. What was Luka doing today? Yeah, he was not great today. Was not passing the ball, chucking up shots over 3 defenders, leaving dudes wide open on defense. He was awful. Yeah, he wasn't moving well. He didn't play well. He looked out of sorts. I don't know what was going on with him. JJ should have played with that group that started the fourth. But Marcus Smart made some dumb plays. Yeah, again, like I said, I mean, they were in there. He just took them out earlier than I would have or would have liked. Again, you don't know. Lakers could have put their starters in, and they could have just blown that game even further open. But it's just hindsight's always 20/20. But Luka's probably worn out from all the minutes. I do just play him 40+ minutes every game. This is why JJ got to run a 10-minute rotation instead of 9. Yeah, I mean, I would run 11 or 12. Like, again, let guys play. Lean into guys. Classic, Tyler. This is cinema nice. Yeah, it was a tense game, man. Yeah, played selfish ball. Yeah, got to do a better job sharing the basketball. Brooks was rage baiting Bron all game. Like, yeah, he does that every time they play, though. We need to blow off some steam off. You're not wrong. Let's see. It is JJ's fault when he doesn't call a timeout. When it is necessary, it is his fault for being too stubborn. And regards to his rotation was much better this game, though. Like, this was the rotation I finally, like, I've been talking about. I wanted him to do that. Like I said, I do knock him for not sticking with the guys longer. I get you want to get your starters in. You don't know how that's gonna go. You put your starters in, they go on a 10-0 run. All of a sudden the game's over, and you're bringing in your Phoenix is waving the white flag, but like then obviously didn't work out that way. Regardless, even if they would have blown it out, I still would have kept that group in a little longer. At least a couple more minutes. Let's see how far they can go and what they can do. The timeout calling thing, right? Like JJ's usually pretty good with timeouts and stopping the run, but he only had 2 timeouts left. Right? You call one of those, and then they continued the run. Like, he kind of was stuck, right? Because they had that challenge on who was it, Jake LaRavia, that they lost. So they lost the timeout on the first challenge that they shouldn't have lost, but it was a window rule, and then they lost timeout when they lost the challenge in the second one. So they didn't have he didn't have the timeouts to kind of try to stop the bleeding. That game doesn't win championships. Yeah, you're not wrong. What a game, yeah. This was definitely crazy. Luka there's no denying it. So many guys were open, and Luka refused to pass. Yeah, just some of the shot selection. Luka likes to build a huge lead early as you can. You think he wants that? Yeah, and that's what he likes to do. He likes playing he likes to go off in the first quarter. People love blaming Reaves for everything when Rui has the worst plus-minus with the team. Meanwhile, AR has the second highest. I mean, look, Austin Reaves has been great this season. It's just, again, there's questions and concerns about Reaves, right? Like, and you got to keep in mind, Rui, you're not about to pay $40 million. Austin Reaves, you are. Austin Reaves get as much as $42 million, right? So you need to treat him as such. You need to look at him as such. LeBron, he didn't in the first half. He was in the first half. Defense was sloppy, but in that second half, when the intensity picked up, like it became contagious. Jared Vanderbilt was making all these plays, and then Marcus Smart and Jake LaRavia. So it forced LeBron to have to buy it because it's like, dude, you don't want to be the only guy out there not defending. You don't want to be the only guy out there not, putting opposing teams and whatnot. Luka should stop jacking bricks. I mean, well, yeah. Let's see. JJ's problem is Luka ball, but it doesn't matter. Like that, every team that was Dallas's problem, right? Like again, like this isn't a new thing. Like Luka on the team, you're gonna play Luka ball, right? He does settle too much. Fans are deceived by Luka's points, rebounds, assists. He can't be playing like this. My issue is his shot selection. Yeah, he just has to take better shots or start hitting shots. Right? Like Brooks would be cool on this team. Use Gabe, Vando, Gabe, filler, connect. Would you throw in a pick? It'd be kind of hard to throw in a first. Like maybe a second pick swap, but a pick. There is some risk with Dylan Brooks. When you hold the ball for 20 seconds, you will get assist. He's not willing passer, and I don't know what anyone, and I don't care what anyone says. Luka, I mean, yeah, he's a shot first guy. LeBron is a pass first guy. Luka is a shot first guy. Vandal definitely earned his minutes. Look, Brooks is a dog. Like I like Dylan Brooks. If we got news that the Lakers traded for him tomorrow, I'd be jumping for joy. He's exactly what this team needs as far as toughness and all that other stuff. Don't get Giannis if you think he will work with Luka. You're wrong. Both want the ball in their hands a crazy amount, and Luka isn't going to lower his usage and shot attempts for Giannis. I mean, look, if you have a chance to get both of those, you get them and you figure it out. I mean, Giannis is better off ball than. I mean, Luka has one of the highest usage rates ever. Giannis, not so much. Let's see. Tyler Russ in 2017 held the ball for possessions, mailed it in on defense for rebounds. That's what Luka did today. I mean, you're not wrong. Like he didn't play great. I mean, Russ also can't shoot. I mean, I know today Luka, but I don't know if I'd go as far as comparing him to Russ. I can't wait for trades either. Let's see. Let's see. Luka is not better than Giannis, Shea, or Jokic. I mean, that Shea's probably out next to Jokic. Shea might be the best player in basketball. Giannis and Luka, I think you can make an argument for, but Giannis is Giannis. Let's see. Why would you be scared? Vando keeps getting DNPs. He's buns. Are you saying Vando's buns? This team can't maintain leads against bad or good teams. Yeah, they do have a habit of blowing leads, man. DNPs for Dude Thero and DKY. I mean, a Dude Thero, like you said, he's on minute restrictions. He's a rookie, probably not going to play a ton this season regardless, even though I would want to. DK, I mean, the guy, you can't. JJ Redick played him a ton earlier in the season. They've tried everything. Also, Lakers are shopping DK right now, so you probably don't want him to get hurt. If they made a trade, sign Kobe in a two-way and sign Chris Menon on guaranteed contract. The problem is we haven't even seen Chris Menon. I mean, look, I think he has a ton of potentials, but yeah, I that's the thing. It's like I think you'd probably bring in like a Nick Smith Jr. or something like that. I'm responding to other watch. Oh, okay, got it. Sorry, I thought that was to me. I was like, wait, what? Let's see. They're not passing to Rui. He's bad on defense, but they ain't giving him the rock. They ain't giving the rock to him. Yeah, I mean, all season he hasn't really. He's our best 3-point shooter and hasn't been getting a ton. Warriors just lost to the Blazers. Blazers have Blazers started off really good. They had a bunch of really good, notable wins. Like they were the first team, and for up until the Spurs, the only team to beat OKC. I got a theory why JJ is playing Gabe a ton of minutes. He's trying to increase his trade value, but Gabe is failing to do it. I'm definitely not coping. No, look, I said it earlier. I don't know if you were here when I talked about it. Like, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Again, we have no idea. Like, it's very possible that JJ Redick doesn't want to play Gabe Vincent. And, I'm not saying that's the case. I don't know. But, Rob Pelinka is, based on reports, in the mid, he's being aggressive and trying to find trades and make moves and stuff. And tomorrow's the 15th. So, Jared Vanderbilt, yeah, you gotta love it. Do you think we could get Miles? Do I think we could get Miles Bridges? Yes. I think Miles Bridges, I've talked about Miles Bridges might be one of the easier ones to get. I think the easiest to get, if he actually becomes available, is Andrew Wiggins, right? I think he'd probably cost the least too, outside of contracts. But next up, I do think Miles Bridges. Let's see. I do not like it when the refs no longer call blatant open travels and carry ball or taking steps. I mean that's basically gone out the window, right? Like, the days of actually getting calls are pretty much done. Maybe the Lakers have been drinking too much eggnog. Yeah. If you had to do a 3-team trade, what team would you trade with? I mean, there's a lot of teams. It depends on a little more specifics than that, because you're doing a 3-team trade where you're landing Giannis, you do a 3-team trade where you're landing role guys. I still think the Brooklyn Nets might make the most sense for just getting athleticism and depth. I would love to do something where maybe you're doing a 3-team trade where you're I don't know, landing maybe a Wiggins or something like that, and then also landing maybe a couple players from the Nets. Maybe you're doing something like that where you're getting your clear-cut starting level 3, and then you're also getting 2 or 3 kind of second-tier guys that can be in the rotation, give you some athleticism, give you some defense, things like that. Let's see. But people ignore the fact when AR is forced to guard point of attack, like he was versus the Sixers and Spurs, he tends to struggle offensively and defensively. He's a chaser and a good one at that. Vando is a must. I mean, Vando starting is great. Be pulling threes, yeah, you're not wrong. It's still wild to me that the Clippers traded SGA 5 first for George. Yeah, you're not wrong. Dude, might be the greatest fleece ever. Yeah, the Clippers absolutely is a major problem. I could totally trade Vando for a bucket of premium fried chicken right now. Really? Vando was amazing. Giannis and Luka literally both have 37% usage rate, bro. So like I said, yes, but again, it's different. It's different types of usage, right? Like, one, Milwaukee, I mean, look at them historically, right? This season is probably not a great example because the Bucks are cheeks, right? And everything's running through Giannis, and they're also running Giannis as their point guard, right? So his usage is inflated this season. But you also keep in mind, it's very different usage. One, Luka Doncic has high usage, and he's the primary playmaker and has the ball in his hands. Giannis Antetokounmpo has high usage because they're usually feeding him the ball, right? Like he's Shaq, right? It's different types of usage, which is why I think it could work. Oh, I got you in the chat. Perfect. At least we're not as bad as the Clippers. Imagine if we're the Clippers, I will stop watching basketball. I don't blame you. But anyway, let's get on out of here. I got to the end of the chat. Perfect timing. Look, I'm glad we got the win. I will gladly take the win. But, man, hopefully we can get something done. Oh, well, actually, never mind. Zion came in. Harry, your chin with $10 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Zion. Yo, Tyler, hope you're well. Absolutely. Some guys I think we should look into trading for is Vince Williams Jr. from Memphis, Drew Smith from Miami, Dominique Barlow from Philadelphia, all defended-minded 380 plays. I wouldn't hate any of those guys. If you could get Drew Smith in like the Andrew Wiggins trade, that would be nice. A guy has some potential. Dominic Barlow, I actually like Barlow a lot from Philadelphia, and he's kind of the odd man out right now. So I think he's a guy that could make some sense. I don't know what else you'd get back or what you trade. Like, could you maybe swap Connect or something like that? But that would be I'd be all for that. Vince Williams Jr. Again, another guy from Memphis. I don't know how thrilled Memphis would be trading with this, right? Like, and again, it just boils down like what else are you getting? Is that all you're kind of getting? But I wouldn't hate kind of taking a flyer on him. Obviously, all three of these guys are kind of bit of flyer guys, but I wouldn't hate any of them. Like I said, Dominique Barlow might be my favorite. In order, I'd probably go Barlow, Smith, and then Williams. But yeah, I absolutely not against it. Like I said, I think keep an eye on teams like Chicago, teams Memphis. They have a couple young guys. I'd keep an eye on obviously Brooklyn. Brooklyn, I think, might have the best potential pack, because you could probably get 4 or 5 guys and it wouldn't matter to them. Like, it wouldn't change anything. Obviously, yeah, like RJ said, another Heat player, Drew Smith kind of. But Drew Smith, again, he's not like a Gabe Vincent type. He's somebody that you're bringing in, as a young guy to kind of give you some youth and injection. But again, I appreciate you, and yeah, I'm doing great. Seriously, Lakers got the win. A stressful one, but at least they got the win. But now I'm going to skate on out of here. Again, thank you so much. Everyone that gave me super chats, seriously, helps me out a ton. Everyone that was here just hanging out, I really do appreciate you. Hit that like button on the way out. Hit that subscribe button on the way out. And can we build a win streak? That's something else, too. Can we get a win streak going, please? But I will see you.